Straight Talk Politics, Mike Johnson being bullied. Surprise! Before we start the meat of the video, please press the like button if you like the content. Even if you don't like the content, you can press the like button if you want to see more of it, because I'm really fun to argue with. Share the content with friends, and don't share your contact information with friends. They must be really good friends before you do that. Subscribe, notify, and if you'd like to join our team, let me know. Mike Johnson is being bullied over many issues by many people. He wants to be Speaker of the House, and really that provides him a great deal of power. But Donald Trump seems to think it provides him a great deal of power, especially before Mike Johnson is elected. He's making a lot of demands, but not only Mike Johnson is bullying him. Even the Democrats are bullying him a little bit. Main issues here: loyalty, tax policy, budget, Elon Musk, nominee support. Now, that's nominee support. He has been attacked quietly by some people on Twitter for not supporting the Trump nominees. I guess people didn't attend civics in high school or in grade school in the United States, because nominee support, I mean, besides verbal support, I like the president's nominees. Mr. Johnson has no power as a House member over these issues. He can give it moral support, and that's about it. So I don't really know why people are getting on his case about that. But the real power over Mike Johnson is the ability to keep him out of the job and extract concessions, not extensions, concessions out of him before. So the battle for concessions is happening. The Democrats haven't been made clear what it would take to get votes for Speaker. They've said they're going to give him no votes right now, that all the votes are going to go for Hakeem Jeffries, and that makes sense because the Republicans have to be in real trouble before the Democrats help them, and the Democrats will get more from the policy standpoint if they wait. Donald Trump is demanding control of the 2025 agenda. He wants to know what's going to be proposed when. He wants to know what the budget. He wants his budget to not arrive on Capitol Hill dead on arrival, as most presidents' budgets do. He's demanding loyalty on all issues. Fealty to the king. I just won an election by a landslide, but I got less than 50% of the vote. But you got to show me fealty anyway because I am the Donald. Uncle Donald says all. Uncle Donald knows all. Uncle Donald must be obeyed. Members of Congress are withholding support over a number of key issues. Pork spending. Promise not to make deals with Democrats. That's especially over Ukraine war funding, budget issues. They want no Democratic votes, no modification to legislation to gain Democratic votes, which is kind of a tough thing to do when you got 220 to 215 margin. Democrats are buying by only 5 votes, and some of the seats that the Republicans are holding are kind of weak. If the fighting happens as they did last term, the margin may quickly dip. It is certainly possible, based on the current map and the current electoral layout of the districts, that the Democrats could end the session, even the year 2025, with the speakership. Not terribly likely, but definitely possible. They almost took back the speakership in 2024, but it was more useful for them to make concessions and get financial support for Biden proposals on the budget and funding, and to not have the debt ceiling lead to the default on U.S. debt. Has Mike Johnson caved into Donald Trump? Any guesses? Yes, he has been a perfect puppy. I did not put a puppy graphic in there. I thought that would be just unprofessional. But Mike Johnson has been Donald Trump's puppy, and he has provided him loyalty, perfect loyalty on all issues. Everything Trump wants, he supports, even nominees. He has voiced his support for nominees, which is a useless endeavor because he has no vote, as I pointed out earlier. Civics 101. Apparently, Donald Trump does not understand the basics of the government of the United States as far as who could vote for what. He has wondered aloud several times as to why House members are not supporting his nominees. Well, they don't have to. Has Mike Johnson caved into his caucus? Well, you already saw that answer. I misclicked. Mostly yes. He has stood firm on the U.S. debt default. Sorry, Marge. But basically, he's not going to be responsible for the economic calamity of a debt default. Everything else, he's going to do everything he can, keep every promise he can, promise different people to different things, do everything he can to scrounge the votes he needs to get the job. He wants to be Speaker. He likes to be Speaker. And Marjorie Taylor Greene does not have the ability by herself to prevent him from being Speaker, but she lost a lot of her energy and power last term when she, knowing she was going to lose with Democratic support, a vote to kick Mike Johnson out of office, she decided to do it anyway. She was roundly booed by Republicans and Democrats. It was bipartisan booing. It was really fun. Something to remember about Mike Johnson being bullied, and in general, the agenda, it's not 2017 anymore, it's 2024. The Republicans had 241 seats in 2017. That's a comfortable margin. They could pass anything they wanted with many members objecting. In 2024, they were at 220. Right now, they may get to 221. They may end up at 219. I don't know if all races are decided. I think they are all decided, and it's 220 to 215. The difference now in 2025 is no lifeline for the Democrats. Hakeem Jeffries is not offering them votes. He would rather see them melt down and not be able to pass budget items. The more continuing resolutions that the Republicans have to go to, the more it embarrasses and weakens both Mike Johnson and Donald Trump. And he's treating Donald Trump like a lame duck. And I agree. That's good policy. That's the way to go. That's the way Mike Johnson should be treated. That's the way Donald Trump should be treated. They didn't win the majority of the popular vote. There is no mandate. There is no legislative agenda. And there's no reason to give them Democratic support. When bipartisan issues come up, such as Ukraine funding, I'm sure that the Democrats will offer the votes, because funding Ukraine and keeping Russia out of Ukraine and away from NATO is a no-brainer issue. So expect Democratic support on specific foreign policy issues. Expect some Democratic support on support for Israel, because it's necessary to keep Democrats in office, but no lifeline from the Democrats in general. The Republicans don't show the discipline, or if they show their 2024, 2023 discipline, they will look like children, just like last time. All right, Mike Johnson being bullied. This is scheduled for broadcast on the 17th of December. Please join our team, become a podcaster. All you have to do is send us a note, a comment. We go through the comments regularly. I go through the comments regularly. I will find a way to reach out to you. We'll have a conversation privately, and you can become a podcaster. The only criteria is we don't bash Israel. We support Israel at this organization, and we're not too pushy on woke issues. We know that woke issues, although important to the woke people, are not necessarily something that makes mainstream Americans comfortable, and they need more time to adjust. I believe that people should be free to do what they want to do in their own home, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. But I don't feel it's necessary to go to Battlestar Galactica bathrooms, for example, where there was one bathroom for males and females. I don't think we're ready for that. I don't think our culture is ready for that. So that's an example. But a lot of people didn't even know that about Battlestar Galactica, eh? Anyway, thank you for your watching this video. Thank you for clicking the like button. Thank you for sharing your content with your friends. Please subscribe. Please notify yourself of future uploads. We're going to try and do a 5-day-a-week schedule with a couple of smaller videos to point out issues as we go into the holiday season. We may cut to 3 a week just because it is time-consuming to produce these videos. That doesn't mean we don't care. It just means we have to have a realistic attitude and allocate our time fairly, because I've got a fairly demanding job.